Hey y'all, this is for those of us with this good heart, right? You got this heart to love people, this heart to help people. And most of the time, people take advantage of that, right? Like, people will take advantage of it. They will run it in the ground. They will use you because they know you have a heart to help. They know that you want to see other people doing good. Sometimes, even at the risk of yourself, right? At the sacrifice of you, you give and give until you have given everything, right? And so I want to talk to y'all, and I want to put some scripture on it. I'll tell you this story that I had read before, probably a meme on Facebook, right? It was a homeless guy, and when the lady was giving him money and food and stuff, and he told her, like, if I could tell you any advice, it would be not to give your bricks away, right? Take your bricks and build your house first. Then you can allow people in versus you giving your bricks away. Because you will give your bricks away and then they'll build their house and then you will be where he was at, right? With nothing, homeless, right? And that was such a good message, because when you have a good heart, sometimes you do forget that everybody is not the same, right? Everybody is not loving and giving. And in this world, you will meet more people who are not loving and giving than you do people who are loving and giving. That's why so many people feel like, oh, when I was up, I helped everybody, but when I'm down, there's nobody around, right? It's not a coincidence that you feel that way. You feel that way because it's true, right? Because a lot of people are built off self-motivation. They're not thinking about others. They're thinking about self, right? And so I'm going to put some word on it, right? Because you're not wrong for loving others. So first, I'm going to give you 1 John 4. It says, dear friends, since God so loved us, we also ought to love one another, right? So loving each other is of God, and you want to love other people all the time, right? You keep your heart open, but owe no man nothing but to love him, right? Until you are in a position where you can be the lender and not the borrower, you cannot give away all your bricks, right? Sometimes it's okay to be selfish. The only people who are telling you that it's wrong is people who are using you, right? The users don't want you to take care of you. They want you to take care of them. The only way that they can get ahead is by leaning on you, right? Y'all have to look into narcissists, covert narcissists, grandiose narcissists. If you are a loving, giving person, if you are empathic, you will see that you have attracted so many narcissists. You may have even been born to narcissistic mothers and fathers, right? And all of that requires healing, because you are searching for love, and you don't even realize that in that search for love, you begin to be what these people need, right? You want to love them and give them what they need, and you're neglecting your needs, right? You're not giving yourself what you need. So before you can love others, you must first love self, right? Don't feel like because these people didn't love you, even if it was your mama and daddy, right? Your family, your friends, first relationships, husbands, wives. Just because these people didn't love you don't mean that you are not deserving of love, right? God tells us that even if your father and mother forsake you, I will take you, right? He loves you. He is your father. He is the one who will give you love and acceptance regardless of who you have been or what you have done. So regardless of who don't accept you, God always will. He will always love you. And you have to remember that. That's why you are so blessed. That's why regardless of how people are wondering, like, how you're living, how you're getting this, how you're doing this, you're doing it because God is blessing you because of that felicitous heart that you have. Because you have a heart to give, right? So he's going to always bless that heart, because he wants his people to receive love. He wants you to serve others. So you cannot outgive God, right? You cannot beat God's giving. So as much as you give into this world, you will receive it back. You have to guard your heart. so that even though you may not be appreciated all the time, you may not receive the love that you want all the time, you still are filled by God, right? You get your fill from God, not other people. You have to remember that you're here to serve people, not please people. That's different. The people that you are here to serve, God will show you them. God will show you who he sent you here to love and to serve, right? And he will show you that based off of your experiences in life, right? What you feel like you didn't have, what you feel like you went through that you didn't deserve. All of those things will lead you to the people that you are meant to serve, right? So in the process of that, you cannot get discouraged because of what you don't receive from other people. The love and acceptance that you're yearning, give it to yourself, right? And I'm gonna give you another word, right? Proverbs, I don't know why my nose be sweating, y'all. My nose. But anyway, Proverbs 4:23 says, keep your heart with all vigilance. From it flows the springs of life, right? It's not a mistake that you were given that heart. Your heart is like a portal. From it flows the springs of life, right? So regardless of if people may use and abuse that good heart that you have, right? That heart gives life. And it gives life to those people too. Those people who are misusing you and abusing you, they are also drawn to you, right? That's why they don't want to let you go, because your heart gives life, right? Having a felicitous heart, it is a gift. The enemy uses the hurt and pain that it brings to make it seem like a curse, make you want to pull back and not love people, not be as forthcoming with yourself as you have always been because of your fear of being hurt. That's the enemy, right? You have to remember that we wrestle not against flesh and blood. These people can't hurt you, right? Those are the spirits that are acting through them to attack what you have, because the enemy wants to close that heart. He wants to close that portal so you can't give that love into the world. You have to be stronger than that. Rise above what people didn't appreciate. Know that your heart makes a difference. People will come back to you years and years down the line, and they will tell you how much your love and kindness has affected them and improved their lives. And it'll be people that you never expected, right? It definitely won't be the people that you was dining out for. It won't be the people that you expected. It'll be the people who you helped along the way, right? The people who God just blessed you to bypass and come in contact with during the days of your life, right? And you may have did something simple as buy them something to eat one day, right? But they will come back to you and they will tell you how good of a person you are, how loving you are, how much it meant to them that you were willing to do those things for them, right? And that will not, it does not validate you to receive those words, because sometimes you don't get those words. But know that what you're putting out it will be rewarded, right? Because man looks at the appearance, but God looks at the heart, right? And we are just residents of this world, right? This is not our world. This is not our end. And at the end of the day, our goal is to get in front of God and hear, well done, my good and faithful servant, right? So you keep loving and you keep spreading love, because God tells you that he wants you to love others. He not at the sacrifice of yourself, but he wants you to love others. He wants you to show love. That does not mean you have to give monetarily. It is a million ways to help somebody without giving them your money, right? You can love people, pray for people, guide people, giving your intellectual knowledge, giving your time, giving your energy. All of those things are a form of giving to others. And you continue to do that regardless of what you are receiving from people, because at the end of the day, people do not validate you. People do not tell you who you are. You know who you are. You know who God created you to be. So you don't wait for validation from others. You don't wait for acceptance from others. You continue to be who God called you to be. And at the end of the day, once again, I will tell you, when you standing in judgment of God, right? Not people, not man. When you standing before God for judgment, you will hear, well done, my good and faithful servant, because you stuck to the plan and you walked in God's will and not man's will. So continue to love, continue to be who God called you to be. That heart makes a difference, y'all. It makes a difference. Your heart is a portal. Protect yourself, but also love freely, right? It's a hard thing to do, but it is beneficial, right? You will live a life full of joy, right? Jehovah Shalom, right? God is peace, right? And happiness is fleeting, but joy lasts forever. And when you know who you are in Christ and you walk in your God-given abilities, right? In your God-given confidence, right? In the felicitous heart that God gave you, you will always be blessed, right? God would not let you go without. Jehovah is a provider, right? Oh goodness, why is it fleeting me? Jehovah Jireh, right? God is a provider, and He will provide everything you need. You just stand in faith, right? And believe that what He is leading you to, He will lead you through, right? Don't stop. Don't let the enemy scare you with the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, the fear of offense, right? Because when you start to see people in discernment, you see the capabilities of people. You see that people are not built like you. But I can tell you that you still love them, right? You still love everybody, right? Because at the end of the day, your blessings come from God. Your acceptance comes from God. Your wholeness comes from God. Your feel comes from God. It does not come from man. And as long as you remember that man cannot validate you, then you would not be looking for man to cheer for you. Because if you live for their acceptance, you would die from their rejection. I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. I'll see y'all next time.